Stories on the Square. This is our 5th year, our 5th summer. The old people tell us that before people were here, the animals were here first. And the animals, they all talked to each other, they all lived together, and they all got along together very well for a long time. As soon as human beings got here, the animals were happy that we were here. They welcomed us in and they showed us how to live here. Now, when we first got here, we could talk to the animals, and the animals could talk to us. And we got along with them. We lived with them, we worked amongst them, we got along with them. Until something got in our way as human beings that still gets in our way today, and it's our egos. As human beings, we have very healthy egos about ourselves. We think we're great. We don't see anything wrong with ourselves. And there's something in us, though, as humans, that wants to be better than the people around us. We constantly compare ourselves, and we want to be better. And so we began to compare ourselves to those animals, and we felt like we were better than those animals because we could build things that they couldn't build. We were bigger than most of them, and we could do things they couldn't do. And so one day, the animals just stopped talking to us because we weren't listening to anything that they had to say anyway. And you wouldn't like it if somebody treated you like they were better than you. I wouldn't like it, and the animals didn't like it.
I just like exposing them to some of the culture and to the stories, because there's not a whole lot of storytellers really, but that's the first thing, is just to expose them to a part of their culture, because a lot of the kids that we talk to, they're Cherokee, and they might not get that at home. You know, they don't necessarily get that culture at home. And it's not because the parents don't want to teach them, but sometimes the parents don't know either. And I think the second thing that I hope that they get out of this is a sense of belonging to their culture. You know, they're connected with it. And hopefully they'll be so connected to it that they'll continue on to learn more and more about their culture. And ultimately, they will be the teachers of the culture.
And the animals talked about when they were here before the earth was even created. They say they were up high in a sky vault, and all the animals lived in that sky vault. And from that sky vault, there were these 4 cords that hung down. And all of these 4 cords were connected to the earth. And that's what she hung from. The earth hung from these cords. And the earth was covered in water. There was no place for the animals to live. There was just water everywhere. As these tiny birds would come and check, they would land on that soft mud, and it was so soft that they would start to sink in it. So they would fly back up and say, it's too soft. Every day they did this, and the mud wasn't getting any harder. It was going to take forever, they thought. So they figured they would try to help it along. So they go to one of their larger birds, Sue Lee. You guys know what Sue Lee's English name is? What is it? Do you remember? Sue Lee. We told a story about him a couple of weeks ago. He was so beautiful, remember? And then he was all scraggly. Who is it? Who's Sue Lee? Yeah, he's a buzzard. Yes, he's a buzzard. Very good, very good.
We love the Stories on the Square. We come all the time, every Wednesday that we can. We've missed one Wednesday since it got started, so we super love it. We get to come all the time.